you have landed? Had you arrived? Think. What is your definition of having arrived? All of us want to have outstanding accomplishments in our life. But did it be at the tremendous cost of our well being, our health, at relationships, close relationship with our family, or a tremendous amount of stress? Today's theme is about redefining our goals, having a healthy discontent, having all the riches, or is it the capacity to enjoy every moment of our life? I'll give you two extreme examples of an extremely rich investment banker who comes to the beach and is amazed to see a very contented fisherman like early in the morning smoking. And he wanted to give a bit of this advice. He said, I can lend you some money. You can buy a motorboat. You can go deep into the sea. If you can catch a lot of fish, you can employ more people. You make a lot of money. And the man took a break to look at this man and said, and then what will I do? He said, then you can enjoy life. He said, what do you think I'm doing right now? Friends, let us have a biomia between these two extremes. In one extreme, you have all the wealth, but you're so driven to accomplishing more that you are always driving yourself that you have no time to enjoy what you have created. I've been working in the field of neurosurgery now for more than 42 years. Day in and day out, we see sometimes very serious neurological disorders. When a person comes to hospital, they always have a hope that there is something that doctors can do to make them all right. But we deal with the nervous system, and the problem is there is a potential for disability. It is extremely difficult to accept disability. Also true is sometimes the disease could be fatal. Even this morning, as I went into the ICU, each time this is your experience, you will see one or sometimes more than one patient who you know is not going to survive long, and the family is outside. You have to break bad news. You have to tell them the truth. In our outpatients, the moment you see a scan, and sometimes when you see a cancerous brain tumor, or you get a biopsy report, you know you have a tough time to break bad news to the family. What is our learning experience? We take so many things for granted. Most importantly, our health, our well-being. It's only when you have a toothache, you remember you have teeth. It's only when you have a headache, you remember you have a head. It's only when some part of our body is afflicted, you realize how lucky we are to have all these faculties. Why is this so important? You can never be grateful and miserable at the same time, can you? And what do we want in our life? We want to be happy. And the shortcut is whenever you are grateful, you are happy. So let us not take this for granted. Second is whatever happens to my patients can happen to me too, which means the window period of well-being is short, and therefore there is a short time where you have an opportunity to work on your goals. And now specifically we look at redefining our goals in between those two extremes. And what do I mean by a redefined goal? Something that would make you utterly fulfilled. Something which is going to benefit others also. Stephen Covey calls it working on goals which is win-win. Something that you enjoy doing. Two questions we need to ask. Is my goal, is my destination more important, or is my journey more important? Can I enjoy the process of working to my goal as much as reaching my goal? Remember, when you're working for some arduous, difficult goal, you will encounter difficulties. And therefore, you need a totally different mindset to be able to encounter all these difficulties. Somebody has said very nicely, what cannot be cured must be not endured but enjoyed. That is the mindset. Difficulties will be there. And when you're working on big goals, let me enjoy this moment, going through it with the difficulty as much as reaching your goal. Part of it is to be inspired, to meet and read about people who are inspired, like our former president APJ Abdul Kalam, a live wire full of inspiration. Because when you are inspired, you discover you're not ordinary. Dormant forces, talents become awakened, and you discover something extraordinary. As body, mind, I'm limited. But then when you are inspired to work for outstanding achievement. You have great dreams. And APJ Abdul Kalam has told us dream is not something that you see when you sleep, it's something that will not allow you to sleep. What is this PPPMFT formula? I'll come to that a little later. This is very important. Stephen Covey's second habit called begin with the end in mind. Our mind is not an ordinary computer, it's a supercomputer. It does not have artificial intelligence, it has real intelligence. And begin with the end in mind is making our mind very clear what is it you want in life. And if the mind is programmed to be very clear that this is what I want to accomplish 10 years, 20 years, 30 years down the line, the mind has got the inner intelligence to make it come. And that is why in Sanskrit we have two beautiful names for the mind. It's called Kama Deno. Whatever you desire, it can make it true. Or Kalpa Diksha, that means whatever you imagine, that can become true. Now, goals are so personal, nobody else can give it to you, but I can give you certain guidelines by my own experiences. And what are those guidelines? One is what is called the PPPMFP formula. Any goal should be personal. It is your goal. It should be something positive. It should be something possible. N is it is measurable, not something abstract. Then you're setting goals, be flexible because you know there will be obstacles. You need time to meander around these goals. And finally, to be time bound. To set goals, there are some things called 3 debts that we need to fulfill. Debts to our parents, debt to our community, and most important to ourselves. Our parents have done so much for us. What is that we can do to repay our debt? Someone has so nicely said, if you live your life in such a way that others are able to tell your parents how blessed they are that they have a son or a daughter like you have fulfilled your debt to your parents. The second is our debt to a community. When you are absolutely certain that each day I have been able to contribute more than what I had received, you fulfill the second debt. And the third and the most difficult debt is to ourselves. As you said, and I said, when you are inspired, you discover that you are someone really a gift to this world. You are in the right place at the right time for a right purpose. You need to take moments to say, what is that which comes so naturally to me? And how I can use my potentials to the fullest to be able to serve the community. I will help you to redefine these goals in another formula called the 4 L's: to live, to learn, to love, and to leave a legacy. This is most important. To live. Life is in living. Life is here, life is now. Life is being you. And how do we experience it? Consciously slow down. Experience this moment. Not with your world of thoughts, but with all your bodily sensations. Feel the chair you're seated, the ground beneath you, people around you. The more you come to what is called real time, because we tend to be in psychological time. We think about what next I need to do, or some event in the past might keep bothering you, and we miss the glory of the present. There is a nursery rhyme that says, the time to be happy is now. The place to be happy is here. And the way to be happy is, the nursery's rhyme says, make someone happy. Don't try that. You will never succeed. The way to be happy is, just be happy and create a heaven right here. Next question I have is, what is a gift? 2 bits. A gift is something that you value. And the gift is something that will give it freely to you. I will give you a multiple choice. We have so many things that we value. We value our family, our friends, our possessions, our profession, our body, our mind. But there is something even more precious than all these six things. Think. That gift which is so precious, which has been given to us so freely, is this moment. And if you miss this moment, don't worry, you will be given another moment. But all we need to do is live in this moment. Because if you miss that moment, life happens in this moment. That is why this moment is called the present, and the present is a gift. That is why I said it is, you need to be not in your world of your parts, but in your senses. To hear, to smell, to feel. If you are in this moment, the next L happens automatically. We learn from all our experiences. Someone has said so nicely, life can be a process of aging which happens, or life can be a process of growing. Then you learn from every experience. You age gracefully. You grow. Part of it is each day, let us see what is that I can learn new. For students, there is so much of opportunity. But those outside that, some new technique, maybe in surgery or whatever field that you do, in computers, there are so many things that you can do which you can learn each day, a new language. And I find YouTube is a wonderful source. Excellent videos are available if you have the time, where you would like to say each day that we learn something new. If you had not regretted a bad experience, our bad experiences can be great teachers. Thamappa has said very nicely again, when you win, when you lose, you learn, and if you have a capacity to learn, you continue to win. The third L is love. I told you, have you arrived? And then you want to say, what is the definition of having arrived? One definition is, if you have lived a life, then you'll be able to receive love and to be able to give love. Love has been classified into two. One is called need love, the other is called gift love. Need love tends to be possessive. The ordinary love tends to be possessive. When you love somebody, you consciously or unconsciously, you restrict that person. And when freedom is restricted, love cannot grow in an environment where there is no freedom. Love tends to evaporate. And therefore, there are two things all of us value. One, we value love, but there is a higher value than love that is called freedom. And if you really love somebody, the greatest gift you can give for the person you love is to allow that person to be who he or she is, to give true freedom. Because love can grow only in a milieu of freedom. True love is love as identification. The other person is maybe different from me, but I do not differentiate. So finally, if you can look back in your life, can you say with confidence, I have lived, I have loved. And then finally, what is my legacy? If you have lived a life of contribution, if you have been able to share what you have received, a Russian mystic called George Gurujev has said, whatever I have given away, I had. Whatever I had kept for myself, I had lost. It may not be material things. It could be your time. It could be your attention. To be a good listener of words of appreciation. Finally, it is not at the end of the day. We have to break up into each day. At the end of each day, can you say, I have lived, I have doubt, I have learned something new. I have done all that I have set myself out to do. I am so utterly fulfilled. Life has been a blessing. There is nothing more to do and there is nowhere to go. I will leave you with two words. These are two very powerful words. And this is a word that has blessed me and it can be a blessing for you. For whatever has happened in our life until now, especially all the difficult moments where you have gone through a lot of difficulty, and I be grateful for that. And this word is, for whatever has happened, thank you. And whatever will happen, I'm not sure what my future is going to be. But I can say one thing, if you had that grit to say, whatever will happen, my word for that is yes. Thank you very much.